Like
It's sometimes
I've been
hard.
so stressed out this past couple months that I'm like, I haven't actually gotten to the point where I want to stop, but like, dude, I'm tired. When I started these pages, I had no intention of growing for a year, right? Because I was thinking, okay, if I start documenting this journey now, when I get down into the 300s and I'm getting close to having skin surgery, 6'5", 660 pounds before and after. It's
Yeah.
going to be a ridiculous before and after that goes viral either way. So I was just kind of playing the long game, and I was like, all right, it doesn't matter how many views this stuff gets now. When I get to my goals, everything's going to work out. And then it just freaking went.
You face significant adversity and you're still working through it, even if it's hard. You know, the improvements are very incremental and small, and it sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's not like all, you know, gardens and roses and tulips and running through the garden, and you know, it's not all dandelions. You know, it's like this is hard, and a lot of times it sucks, and you know, it's very slow. It's not immediate gratification, but I'm still doing it. I'm still here, and I'm still showing you that I'm still doing it, and I'm still here. And I think that is more than anything like a really good message for people, because there are millions of other people out there in the world that are overweight, that are having a hard time trying to lose that, or having a hard time with the consistency or sticking with it, because especially as Americans, we're in this culture of this immediate gratification. We want it to happen now. We want that instant virality. We want that instant lose all this weight. We want to, you know, we want to instantly make it in social media. We want to instantly become well known, or we want to instantly become successful and start making all this money, or, you know, we want to instantly become a really well-known streamer, or this, that, and the other. We want all this stuff now. And from my experience, none of the good things that have happened in my life happened overnight. It all happened from like working my ass off for it. And a lot of times it sucks, you know, no matter what it is. But I think the key is finding a way to enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
You know, I think
struggle with that big time.
I do too. Like, it's sometimes
I've been
hard.
So stressed out this past couple months that I'm like, I haven't actually gotten to the point where I want to stop, but like, dude, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting burnt out.
I feel you. Me too. I feel that a lot. I get that feeling a lot about just creating videos and stuff. Like, I get burned out because I've been doing it for so long and getting up so early and grinding so hard every single day, no matter how much I'm working or sleeping or any of that stuff. It's hard staying consistent, you know, but and this is something I have to work on myself, is enjoying the journey. I have to work on that. You know, and I'm guessing that you probably have the same going on, like trying to enjoy the journey instead of like being focused on the end.
Because we've been doing some cool shit.
Yeah, you've been seeing a lot of amazing people. You've met some cool people,
and we were on the road for like a good 6+ weeks.
Yeah,
you know, and it's hard to. I think I was able to be present for a lot of it, but it's hard to just enjoy it because there's so much pressure. You know.
Yeah. Yes. Well, especially when you're so public about everything going on in your life with your journey through losing weight. And
I know everything. It helps, which is why I am as open as I am.
Yeah.
But it's also like hard, because then when you are vulnerable about the stuff that you deal with, you kind of take your guard down.
And it leaves yourself open to attack.
And then people can use your own vulnerabilities against you.
Yeah.
Even though you're the one who laid them out in the open to begin with,
which is why you don't read the comments.
Yep.
but that doesn't mean that you stop, because for you, I guarantee you that you are helping a load of people out there.
Oh yeah.
And you're encouraging a lot of people out there to keep going, because there's a lot of people that want to quit just like the way that you're feeling right now. And there's a lot of people that want to quit just like how I feel a lot of times, that want to quit.
Yeah.
But you keep going. You keep your head down. You keep pushing forward. You know what I mean? Because not only is that going to help you, because you are going to continue to slowly progress along this journey incrementally. You're going to keep losing the weight. You're going to keep shedding the pounds. And you will eventually get to a place where you don't feel like every day when you wake up.
Yeah.
You're going to get there, especially if you stick with it and you keep surrounding yourself with these people that are positive influences in your life. And then you keep encouraging other people who are going through similar situations to do the same. You know, I think that right there is the key. And also like the silver lining. That's the silver lining to it, because ultimately you're going to reach your goal. Just like a lot of folks are going to reach their goals, whatever those various goals may be based on your, position in life and everything. You just have to keep working at it. And it is hard. And it is hard to keep doing it even when it sucks. Because a lot of people, all they see a lot of times is just like the successes. They might see like the snapshots of the successes or the small wins here and there. They don't see the struggle you went through to get there.
That's one of the weirdest parts about this space on social media, because much like other parts of social media, a lot of people will kind of only show what they want to show.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, sharing the wins is good and it motivates. There's no downside to it.
And then you've got people that film themselves in fake private jets that are basically just to make it look like they're rich.
Well, like talking about weight loss specifically, right? Like even if I only shared the good moments, it would still help people, right?
Sure.
Like it's still motivational to see someone who went from point A to point B. But I think it affects so many more people when you share the bad along with the good.
Yeah.
And that's why I did it. That's the thing, man. When I started these pages, I had no intention of growing for a year at least, right? Because I was thinking, okay, if I start documenting this journey now, when I get down into the 300s and I'm getting close to having skin surgery, that's when it's going to start, like even after the skin removal surgery or at the point of the surgery, that's when I expected people to start like really flocking in, right? Because the before and after of a 6'5", 660 pound guy.
You're 6'5"?
Yeah. Is
God damn, you're taller than my brother.
It's ridiculous, bro. 6'5", 660 pounds before and after. That's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be a ridiculous before and after that goes viral either way. So I was just kind of playing the long game, and I was like, all right, it doesn't matter how many views this stuff gets now. When I get to my goals, everything's going to work out. And then it just freaking went.
Yeah.
Right. Which is so weird having this many people be a part of the journey now, because I'm still like, I've lost 200 pounds. So I'm in the thick of it. But I still have a long way to go, bro.
Yeah.
And having this audience so early in is really kind of weird. It feels kind of weird sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because I feel like I get so much, like, a lot of praise and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I'm still so fat. I don't want to let, like, the complacency and stuff creep in, because there's still so much work left to do. But I still don't want to let that stop me from, like, acknowledging what accomplishments and stuff I've made so far.
Your successes.
Yeah.
Celebrating your successes.
Celebrating the successes without falling into complacency. Yeah.
Yeah.
I made a video about that a few weeks ago.
I think celebrating success is important too, because even if it's small
as long
successes.
as you don't celebrate it with food.
Right. As long as you don't celebrate it with peanut butter balls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, like celebrating your successes, I think is important, because, you work very hard for this stuff.
Well, yeah, dude, like creating micro goals or smaller goals is huge. Like my biggest thing is like, I want to get into the 530 or the 430s before the end of the year.
Yeah.
I don't know how realistic that is. I'm still like 450 right now, but I want to get into the 430s by the end of the year, and like trying not to think about the fact that I eventually want to be 270 pounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like trying not to think about that, the fact that I'm still almost 200 pounds away from where I want to be, and just trying to compartmentalize it and be like, hey, I want to reach like 10 pounds down by the end of the month or something like that. That system seems silly, but once you implement it, it makes a lot of sense.
What do you think's been the most helpful for you as far as like got your weight loss journey? Like what's helped you the most?
The why, the perspective shift. Because you got to realize, man, like I said, as of January, I had lost and gained back 100 pounds 3 or 4 times. Like I've been through the thick of it. I would lose 100 pounds, something horrible in my life would happen, and I wouldn't have the mental resiliency not to allow it for me to like slip back into my old ways.
Yeah.
So like even one of the 3 times, like my dog died. That was my best friend for like 14 years.
Oh man.
And dude, I looked at my fitness pal. I was going back through the weights that I had logged over the years this week. I was like I was in like the 540s on like November 15th of that year. And then by the end of December, I was back over 600.
Damn, man.
After my dog died, I went back into just like old fat man shit that I hadn't done in a long time. I stopped weighing myself. I stopped tracking, and I just went back into my old ways because I didn't have like the mental resilience or the determination that I have now.
Yeah.
Right. Like, dude, I know this sounds corny and a lot of people call me delusional for this, but like literally in January, when I made the realization that failing again, because I was back up to 624 pounds, I was back over 600 pounds for the third or fourth time.
Yeah.
Right. When I realized that failing, it wasn't just failing me, but it was also putting the lives of my future family in jeopardy, a switch flipped. Literally. I've never been this determined about anything in my entire life. And I say that while I still lack discipline in areas and I still struggle with stuff, right?
Sure.
But dude, I lost 100 pounds between January and May.
It's a lot.
I was so sick of the cycle and I was so sick of what I had, the up and down that I had been in, that I literally starved myself. Like a lot of people are like, oh, the timeline doesn't make sense. How are you 624 pounds in January if you've only lost 50 pounds in the last 6 months? Because I starved myself. I literally
you did the unhealthy way.
I spent the first 3.5 months of this year eating 1,500 calories a day and fasting 1 day a week.
Oh, wow.
So I was eating 1,500 calories a day, and then I was not eating for an entire day. And I did that for like 3 or 4 months and dropped like 80 to 100 pounds by May.
Jesus.
So like, yeah, it doesn't make sense that I've lost half as much weight until you consider the fact that I'm eating a lot more now and I'm being a lot more active. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what your coaches have recommended, right? Because it's a healthier way to do it.
Yeah, because I even go like, dude, I freak out like that I'm still 450, you know, because I wanted to be like down good into the 440s by now. And I'm like, dude, I want to lower my calories. I want to do something. I want to fast, whatever. Because I just want to see the results. Like I'm impatient. I get sick of like seeing the same numbers over and over because I'm weighing it every day now.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's data, which is good, but it's also like frustrating at the same time.
Yeah, it's tough for when you're weighing yourself in every day because it's going to be so incremental, and then you're going to see how slow it is.
I was up like 4 pounds one day, down 4 pounds the next, and it's like, what's the point? Like I'm right back where I was 3 days ago. You know what I mean?
God, man, here I am complaining about needing to lose like 4, 5, 10 pounds, something like that. You know,
that's the thing, man. Like I'm just trying to make it sustainable.
Yeah.
I've never done it sustainably. I've always done the extremes. Like I told you, like the first 4 months of this year, I was starving myself. The next few months after that, I was in that guilt shame cycle, fasting, overconsumption. You know, I've been doing it in unhealthy ways this whole time, which has yielded results. I've lost a couple 100 pounds.
Yeah.
But now I want to do it the right way.
Yeah.
I don't want to starve myself.
Yeah,
I want to
it's not
just
good.
control my intake and do what I'm supposed to do, get the movements in that I'm supposed to get in, eat what I'm supposed to eat, because that'll be a far more healthier and a far more sustainable way of doing it. But it's not as fast as the extremes.
Yeah.
Which sucks because you put your life online and people see you going at a certain pace and then they see the pace change and then they question what you're doing.
Yeah.
But it's like, in reality, what I'm doing is trying to become healthier.
Yeah.
Even if it's not making the scale move as fast as it was.